Well, hello, and hello, my brothers and sisters. This is Brother West. I have a message. I have a word for someone. I have a direct word for someone. And this word is going to really help you. This word is going to really help someone who's listening to who need it. You've been praying, you've been asking, you've been crying for help, understanding concerning certain things. And I want to speak this word to you. And this word is going to really bless you. And I'm going to give you this message through this example. And if you look at it, it's March, at the end of March. And football season is coming soon. And so football season is not here yet. And so what happens now, there's a time for preparation. Because usually the season started in probably August, October, August. And so now the players are training. They're preparing and they're conditioning their body to be ready to be able to be ready for the season. You look at it, they have to get accustomed to being hit, feeling hit. And because when you're not used to it, then you're going to become sore. And so what happened in the preparation season, they're preparing themselves that when the season time, that when game time and season come, they'll be ready. The scripture says in Psalms 91:1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And this one particular passage of scripture is a military or a militant term used during war season, wartime. What happens, the number one man in charge will go to the king. And that number one man in charge will go to the king in that king's secret chamber. And in that secret chamber, the king will reveal to that number one man in charge, the leader, his plan of attack, his strategy, his direction. And once he executes that direction and that plan to that number one man in charge, then he will leave from his secret chamber and go in his blessings. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow. And so once he gets the plan, his sanction, his signet, his approval is behind him. And so the same thing when it comes to many of you in this season that you're in. See, you can't pray. It's hard to pray when warfare has come. Hard to pray. But what you do when there's no warfare, you pray. And what happens, you become a condition to praying, which means that when troubles come, instinctively, your prayer life, your relationship will speak. The scripture says that he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. But also, the scripture says that when the enemy will come in as a flood, the Spirit of God will lift up a standard against that enemy. And that standard is the relationship, the word, your prayer life, your connection. And so many of you, your answer is getting in prayer, preparing yourself, seeking God's face. This is the answer. This is going to stop all these thoughts that's coming in your mind, confusion and all that. You ain't going to be confused because you're already connected. That's just like praying. That's just like calling someone. Even with prayer, if I call someone 6,000 miles away, once they pick up the line, no matter how bad the weather is outside, we are connected, we're talking. The same thing with God. And so you need to get connected, stay connected. And when you get connected and stay connected, when troubles come or whatever, your mind is not going to go to and fro. You're not going to be afraid. You're not going to walk in fear. You're not doing those things because you're connected to the source. And so my answer to you is to stay connected to the source. And the way to stay connected to the source is by seeking his face in his secret chamber. Also, you can use the scripture where it says that when you pray, go in your secret closet and close the door. And what you do in secret, God is going to reward you. And so God wants you to go in your private chamber. Don't be talking to nobody. Don't be talking to nobody. Be telling people your problems, your business. Tell God all about it. Close the door. And when you close the door, there's going to be a transformation. And that's going to be a transformation. Which means that when that door opens up, you're going to go in God's approval. You're going to go under God's authority. And so I hope this makes sense. This is your answer. Get connected to God. Stay connected to God. That way when troubles come, when all this stuff comes, you will not be moved. You will be steadfast. You will be immovable. And you will always abide in the work of God. Does this make sense? Here.